What is going on, guys? Samuel Wolf from Samuel One World Productions here, back with another tier list, and this is continuing my latest one I've been doing on Big Brother. Well, last couple months I've been doing a lot of Big Brother tier lists. Mainly because Big Brother Canada coming very soon, which I'm very excited for. Though this might be after Big Brother Canada, but that's the point. But the last few lists I basically did a season ranking of Big Brother along with a winner ranking and a runner-up ranking, and now we are continuing that trend with seeing the fallen angels, or the final jurors, the people that were close to make the end but just came up a bit short. And that's the ones I'm going to be looking at today. And again, this is similar to my runner-up and winner ranking. This is discussing how much I enjoyed them on screen, how much I really enjoyed that presence on screen, where they did make impact in the season, but now they did deserve to win throughout their season. They made it to the end. And just overall, how much I just enjoyed their personality. Again, this is based on how they played on the individual seasons, not just as overall players. Again, we get to a couple people that probably wouldn't be alone on the actual player ranking if we discuss, but we'll get there. But yeah, we got some final jurors to rank here. And also next week I do plan on doing a 4th place player ranking as well, so we should stay for that. But let's continue on with the ranking. First up, we have Jamie from Big Brother 1. And I know that's guys we're doing a 4th place one, but again, Big Brother 1's a weird anomaly, so I will be including Big Brother 1 obviously in my 4th place tier list ranking. But yeah, Jamie, not much to say about it. I'll put him out. She's definitely one of the more memorable figures, but that's not really saying much. Yeah, obviously these two, I haven't talked about much about Big Brother 1 because, well, there isn't much stuff about Big Brother 1 here. But anyways, let's got Big Brother 2 with Monica, who, looking back at the season, was a little less memorable than I actually remember her being, actually. But Monica, I think, still was a good player. She definitely had her good moments. Of course, she has a couple memorable fights throughout the season, and was a solid character, but overall, not as memorable as I remember her being, so she's going in the good tier. Not too much I can really say about Monica, but yeah, I thought I had a lot more to say about her, but it's not. Now we get to Jason Guy from Big Brother 3, who a lot of people still consider him to be one of the best players to never win Big Brother, despite him being almost 20 years ago. Man, I feel old. But yeah, he's going to top. I mean, like Danielle, he's going to top. I mean, she and Jason basically dominated that season, and Jason definitely probably would have won the season if he did make it to the end, honestly. Even for the whole jury thing, he probably would have won if he made it to the end that season. He probably just voted out the wrong, voted out the wrong people at the wrong time. What time, man? I don't say his game was like 100% perfect like with Danielle's, but I would say between Danielle and Jason, I'd say Jason probably played a little bit better game, honestly, but I definitely do like Jason as a whole. Again, he's probably one of the most likable people to ever appear on Big Brother, just a very charismatic person. Now we get to Robert from Big Brother 4. Now, yeah, Big Brother 4 for me has always been kind of season I always find it kind of forgettable, but that doesn't mean there aren't some memorable plays that season, and personally, I think Robert's actually one of them, actually, honestly. Like, he's not like one of the best players of all time, honestly, but Robert's a very good, chill guy, and he definitely had some questionable stuff some moves throughout the season, but he was definitely likable. He definitely has fun moments, definitely has fun, especially with relationship with Erica throughout the season and everything. And also other plays throughout the season, but again, he was a chill, likable guy. Playing questionable moves, so he's going also in the great tier by a little ahead Monica, because at least he's a little more memorable. A little more memorable. Then we get to Diane Henry from Big Brother 5. Diane's one I've always really liked, and played a really good game throughout the season, had some pretty interesting relationships throughout the season. Another player that makes questionable moves and some portions in the season, but she was a likable presence throughout. Had a great relationship with Drew throughout the season. A lot of plays throughout the season. The season had fun rivalry with Jace during the time, so yeah, she's going in the great tier. Then we get to Janelle. Of course, Janelle's going in the top of the top tier. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. I wouldn't say he's never been a perfect player of the game, honestly. I mean, sounds like she's far from it. I think her last 2 times we were kind of proved that she's not that great of a player sometimes, but in her first 2 runs on the show, I think she played great, honestly. Honestly, it's obviously her all-star run. I think it's probably obviously a much better run where she won like 5 freaking vetoes. I think she was the first person to win that many vetoes, if I'm mistaken. Was she the first one? Yeah, I think she was the first person to actually win that many vetoes in one season. And was a very... and still tied with Michael from the recent season as the biggest challenge competitor in Big Brother history. Now, Janelle was just a likable presence throughout the season. It has an awesome personality. It can be a little domineering, but it's definitely just a very likable presence, and definitely gonna have off moments, but even off moments are still pretty fun and great TV to watch. Especially with her fights throughout season 6 and relationships with other players like James, Bo, Howie, and other players throughout the season. And so, yeah, Janelle's still the best female player on the show, and honestly for good reason, so I probably put both her games in the top 2, because she did make 3rd on season 6 and 7, and there's still the big, she probably could have won both those seasons if she made, I know some people probably would say otherwise, but personally I still think so. Then we get to Zach from Big Brother 8. And he is going in. Oh, oops, sorry. He is sorry. Great here. I've always enjoyed Zach, honestly. Again, not the best player in the world, but still likable presence throughout the season. And again, he obviously easily could have won the season if he was next to Dick Daniel, because they really hated Dick Danielle, but Zach was just a very likable guy. Not much to it, not more, not less. He's my more greater because he's at least a lot more memorable. Then we get to Sheila, a player I never really knew how I actually feel about, if I'm being honest. Like, even when the season first watched this season, I never really knew how I feel about Sheila, honestly. Because she can get a bit domineering at times, that's very off-putting and everything, and sometimes touch to Adam. I mean, Adam definitely didn't do himself any favors at some points, especially calling autistic people retards. Yes, he did say that, but there's a point where I was like, okay, I don't like Adam, but seriously? And I play it's just one of those very emotional players that sometimes it's an emotional player that can sometimes rub me the wrong way. So in the end, I'm putting Sheila in the mixed bag category. Definitely she has some moments, but some moments her overall is just very off-putting. Then we get to Jerry from Big Brother 10. Jerry was an instant favorite from the very beginning. Again, might have been the best gameplay in the world, but the guy was just so likable and just so fun to watch for being an old guy on the show. And he wasn't even afraid to get loud and crazy like everyone else in the show, honestly. And I was crazy how far he actually didn't make it throughout the season. And yeah, Jerry was just a great presence to watch throughout the season. So yeah, I'm putting him in the amazing category. And then we get to Kevin, who I think was definitely my favorite. Was even when I watched Big Brother 11, Kevin was always my favorite player that season. And I remember being so bummed when I found out he was going to be obviously on Big Brother All Stars. Well, his gameplay wasn't the best there. It was great to see him actually make a return on the show, honestly. But his Big Brother 11 game I think is fantastic. Like, again, he's something that also could have won if he made it to the end. He managed to convince Jeff and to actually vote out his closest ally, Russell, who probably would have taken him join pretty far in the game. Game, which is I think is still one of the most underrated impressive moves in the show's history, and around the guy was just fun and likable to watch. Not afraid to get in your face, but in a fun and entertaining way. And anyway, he was just so charming and so charismatic, and I've always loved Kevin so much. And even Spice Paper 22 game, again, this is more judging his Paper 11 game, but I'm still putting him in the top of the top tier. And I would say the same thing for Enzo too. Again, his Paper 22 game also wasn't the best. Again, he was one of the players I was excited to come out to the most, and a lot of it comes from his Paper 12 game. Again, he of all the 4 members of the game alliance with Hayden, Lane, Enzo, and Matt, Enzo's always been my favorite. I'm pretty sure he's probably the favorite for a lot of people, for being honest. And honestly, for good reason, because I don't know, played the best game, but he was he was the creator of the alliance. He played a very solid game again, and that player that could have won if he made it to the end, because then he got pretty much a lot of votes in, especially for Brent and Rachel. The guy was just fun and likable to watch. Again, wasn't good in competitions, but he was a very smart guy with some very funny lines, some very fun dialogue with a lot of the players throughout the season. So, yeah, he's also going in the top of the top. The top of the top. The top of the top! Nice. Then we have Adam. And I just realized I accidentally put, and I think I just realized I accidentally put McCray here instead of Spencer. so if I just realized I accidentally put McCray here instead of Spencer. Oops. Oh, I'll definitely put that's like, yeah, I know I put McCray instead of Spencer, Joe. Yeah. But anyways, Adam. Adam was also a very likable player throughout the season. Again, not the best gameplay in the world, and I don't know if he probably would have won me to the end, but the guy was just so fun and cool to watch throughout the season. He was very funny, had some very good lines throughout the season. So, yeah, screw it, he's going in the amazing tier. Danielle, a very interesting play to talk about nowadays, considering you all the stuff about her nowadays, but in terms of an actual Big Brother 14 game, again, I've always liked Danielle throughout the season, and she's one of the players that, if not for a lot of stuff that happened, I would have loved to see her play again, honestly. Especially after everything following her in the relationship with Dan throughout the season. Because I think if one relationship with Dan, she probably would have played a great game when maybe she played nothing, but I've been some stuff that's going on behind the scenes. It's very unlikely now, so I'm putting Danielle in the great tier. And I realized I accidentally put McCray on here by accident, which I did not realize till now, actually. But I'm still gonna. Yeah, so if I put McCray somewhere, I probably won't like, because technically I'm gonna put Spencer on here, because yeah, I hate Spencer. I really don't like Spencer. Again, Jimmy was definitely annoying and she's worse, but Spencer I never liked for the season. So interesting. When we get to the fourth place, making McCray probably definitely plays a lot higher on that ranking. But Spencer in that season. I didn't like him, didn't like his personality, how he acted, don't like it now. Then we get to Victoria from Big Brother 16, and again, I never knew how to feel about Victoria, honestly. Even after the season, I never knew how to actually feel about her as a player, and of course, it's interesting, because she is definitely an tired Spencer. That's probably the most nominations in one season. I think like 8 or 9, if I'm not mistaken. I think like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 of them were in a freaking row. Yeah, 6 nominations were in a freaking row. A freaking row. Well, honestly, and like, well, damn, but it's I never managed to put her, so I'm gonna put her in a solid to decent category. There's not really much I can really say about Victoria, if I'm being honest, though. She definitely doesn't anything that really like frustrates me either. Then we get to Vanessa. One of the Big Brother players I think has gotten a huge up trajectory. And I want to step about her because she's one of the players that, honestly, if you ask me where I would put her now, if it 18 finished, if B17 finished, I probably would put her in the mixed bag of the mid tier. But honestly, I think thinking about her amazing gameplay throughout the season, I think it's honestly great. And she made a lot of great moves throughout the season. A lot of impressive stuff throughout the season as well, especially with that final 6 round as well, and of course the Austin blindside, and she also won a lot of competitions. Like, she was a very powerful, and again, would have won, and her Steve Cunningham was just amazing gameplay, and I ended that's what kind of moving towards up Vanessa, but I'm still gonna put Vanessa in the great tier, mostly because she can get a bit over emotional. Not that I don't have a problem with emotional players, honestly, I actually don't. But there's a point where sometimes they can get kind of a little annoying with how much it happens. And Vanessa's like one of the people where her emotionals can get kind of. But honestly, I would love to see Vanessa play again, though. If we do end up getting like second chances, I do hope we see Vanessa play again, because I think she could probably do with how much she has grown, and I think she had as a kid apparently. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, I think she has a kid now. If I remember correctly, or she got married. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Okay, but I think she would do great out one place. I think it has a lot of potential for her return. then we get to James Hewling from Paper 18 again. And that boy does kind of has a lot of controversy for seasons for his relationship with nug-tested Natalie. And James was definitely a standout in his first time on Paper 17, but and while he still has his fun and great moments, and I still do like James, honestly, if I'm judging the Paper 17 game, I would put him in the amazing tier, but I would say good tier for James. Not really too much to say about his game this time around. Honestly, it didn't really play as great as he did last time. Christmas. Oh, Christmas. I'm gonna say Christmas is in the debate for being my least favorite player of Big Brother. I am dead serious. Like, Jennifer was my least favorite after this season, Paper 19, but I think her All-Star run definitely probably cemented that. I thought that she probably is my least favorite player of Big Brother. But like, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that would think that, honestly, because I'm pretty sure nobody was excited for her to actually come back. So I think here's the funny about Christmas. Like, for the first couple weeks of her 2 times on the show, I didn't mind her. I didn't really mind her at all, honestly. I mean, I did feel a little sympathy for her in the first time, considering that she went for majority of the season with a freaking broken leg, because someone was very not careful, and she ended up actually casting a vote in the freaking hospital. When in the second eviction. Like, yeah. But it's one of those things where I think that the more the season went on, the more she became more irritating, frustrating, bullying people for no reason, saying some very questionable stuff. But that might be more Paul's influence on that season. But even the season without Paul's influence, or even Josh's influence, even the season, I think the first couple of weeks, even the first few weeks, she wasn't that bad, or that annoying or frustrating. I think it was when she won HOH, is when she's like, oh, this is why I don't like Christmas. And I'm sure it's 11% in real life, honestly, and there's some reports that might say otherwise. I can look that up, honestly, I don't want to get into all that stuff here. But, yeah, Christmas is definitely in the bottom of the barrel tier, honestly. But now we get to JC. Now, Paper 20 is always considered to be one of the best casts in the show's history, in my opinion. At least the best modern cast in the show's history. Like, if we do end up getting a second chance, I would probably see a lot of people from Paper 20 come back. And I don't know if you'll see him, JC back on, like, saying all the questionable stuff this season, but I say JC probably played a better game than I actually remember him giving, actually, because he made a lot of impressive moves throughout the season. Like, some really impressive moves. Honestly, like, especially how he fits faster to one of his closest allies, so that actually would have been loyal to him. Honestly, like, I don't get how much influence JC had on that, which is kind of crazy if I'm being honest. Like, but yeah, he's going in the amazing tier. I think the questionable stuff is why he's not in the top tier, but JC I thought was a great presence. Nicole Anthony. Definitely one of the most purest and likable people to have ever appeared on Big Brother. And the treatment she received that season was unwarranted. But she was just fun, adorable, and likable throughout the season, had a lovely personality, and was just an awesome presence during her time on again. Forgive me that wasn't perfect, that's for sure, but overall, Nicole was a delight, and for me, top tier. Nicole Franzel. Now, I think I had Nicole Franzel up high up on my winner ranking of Big Brother, but in the final juror ranking here, yep, I have her in the mid tier this time. Yeah, a lot of people really did not like Nicole after this season, and it's not hard to see why, considering a lot of her actions that she said, and trying to be manipulative towards people, not really admitting to her faults, and saying that everyone's a problem, which I know it's kind of warranted for Big Brother for some players, but I think how she said it was kind of like, why? And because Nicole really wasn't like the fun-loving and likable player that she pretty much has always been in her last 2 seasons, and hell, I don't think she really played that good of a game this season. Hell, I'm even surprised she even made it as far as she did this season, considering that she's a former winner. honestly. And if I bought the player that I spent the most days in the Big Brother house, wow. Just wow. And again, I don't think she was all bad this season, honestly. I don't think she's as bad as I remember her being, but yeah, Nicole was a big disappointment in All Stars. Like, probably just a lot of people in that All Star season. But yeah. Anyways, enough about that. Let's get into Isa from Big Brother 23. Okay, honestly, I pretty much enjoyed all the members in the Cookout Alliance, honestly. I'd say Isa's probably one of my least favorites of that alliance. It's between her and Derek F in that season, but I still like Isa well enough. Say she was a memorable person throughout the season, but she definitely had some fun moments throughout the season, and honestly, it would have been hilarious if she would actually win the final situation, but not Derek F just because she was upset with him. Like that, honestly, would have been hilarious if that was the case, but yeah, good tier. Then we get to Turner. Yeah. I mean, Turner's one of the players I wish I liked more than I actually do, honestly, but like because he was actually the person that was kind of responsible for that big shift in week 3, honestly, because he was HOH. But at the same time, after that, he was just one that was just so boring and played so ultimately just bleh at the season. Like, it's not just gameplay, he was just kind of boring. And I know not a lot of people want to think that, honestly. And I'm sure he has a great guy in real life, obviously. But in actual season, I don't think he was portrayed with the most interesting personality in the world. And I mean, I think seems to be YouTube content. He definitely has much better personality during that portion. So, yeah, because I really wish I liked him more on this season. But I mean, he's not a bad player, not a bad person by any means. No, nothing here that really frustrated me. He was just kind of boring. That's all the Big US players. Now we get to Chrissy from the BBOTT season. As I'll say, technically kind of is a final juror, though she was in the finale because she did finish 3rd. So, Chrissy was an upfront presence. Great tier, great personality, great laughs. No complaints. No complaints. Then we get to, again, Celebrity Bird has always been interesting because, again, it had 2 people basically voted out, but I'm judging who I feel is kind of the final juror, and for this case, I'm going to go with Adriana Gutierrez. I hope I'm not saying it right. I think she's like a USA pageant queen, if I'm not mistaken. Like, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I remember freaking loving her on this season. She's definitely, aside from Ross, probably my favorite player that season, so she's going in the amazing tier. Just a delightful person to watch. Then we get to Lolo Jones, a very interesting player. Like, I think they're one of those players that really isn't meant for reality TV if you've seen a lot of the fights that she caused this season, so I'm putting her in the mixed bag category. And then we get to Cynthia from Big Brother Celebrity Brother 3. Yeah, just going to bad tier. Didn't really care for her. She was kind of forgettable. Sorry about how much to say about some players, but some I really don't have much actually to say about them. Sorry. But now we get to the BB Canada players. Before we get to that, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And feel free to let me know how what's your favorite final jurors in Big Brother down below. Comments, and again, next week, I will be doing my 4th place tier list ranking up Big Brother, and then probably for Big Brother rankings for a bit, at least till after Big Brother Canada 11 ends, so whatever Big content I might do in the future. Again, obviously I love discussing Big Brother, so yeah. But let's talk about the BB Canada players. Then we have Emmett, who undoubtedly was the star of the season. He was definitely the star. And between him and Jillian, he was probably by a mile the better player that season. Honestly, and obviously, like it would have won, he's just in the final 4 voted out the wrong player. So, but Emmett was just a fun, likable person, so he's going in the top of the top tier. And I would say the same thing with Ned too as well. Again, another final juror that was actually voted out by his closest ally, John, because she knew that she was going to win. It was confirmed that she would have won if she made it to the end, because she was that great of a player. Honestly. Down here to Ashley from BB Canada 3, who is going in the great tier. Again, some of that was a bit all over the place at the beginning, but definitely stood out a little more as the season went on. It was just a great presence to watch, especially when she ended up winning 3 vetoes in a row and her back and forth with other players throughout the season. Then we get to Tim. Now, this maybe it's the only season I've seen Tim. Tim, I always feel like one of the players I think is always going to be entertaining on any season he's on, honestly. I did see a few clips on him on the recent Big Brother Australia season, which I still need to finish watching, which I still need to watch. I feel like Tim's one of the players that, while he's not the best gameplay in the world, in terms of personality, he is just up there. He is just high horse freaking incredible. So, I'm putting Tim in the amazing tier. Just a pure personality alone. Then we get to Demetrius from Big Brother Canada. Now, another big, amazing comp beast in Big Brother. But, I mean, this guy won freaking 5 HOHs in this season, and a few vetoes as well. This guy, I feel like on any given season, it's going to be a huge comp beast. I mean, wow, Demetrius. The guy is an incredible comp beast, and all just a very likable presence throughout his season. He was probably an underdog from the very beginning, where he probably could have easily been voted out in the first week. And has a little bit of fun rivalry with Kevin throughout the season, but also a little nice romantic relationship with Ika. Again, I think that's still good if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Obviously, I don't follow some reality with show stuff like that, so. But yeah, Demetrius, yeah, screw it. I'm putting him in the top tier as well. Again, one of those players I can see doing also really great on the return season. Like, if we do get an all-star, it's like that this recent Big Brother Canada season is now like an all-star season, because honestly, I would love to see Demetrius make a return. Then we get to Derek from Big Brother Canada 6. Good. No. It's good. I'll say Kayla's probably the more standout player, but Derek was still good. Not much to say about him. Kira, mixed bag. And she has some moments, but I never really found Kira being interesting. Sorry. Then we get to Tara, someone who definitely had an interesting edit throughout this season, someone that was very up and down, but I think Final 6 had a weird underdog edit as well, which kind of came out of nowhere. But I liked her. Great tier. And lastly, we're going to get to Betty. I probably shouldn't enjoy it as much as I do, but Betty was just fun and exhilarating throughout her time on Big Brother Canada 10. Doing that crazy, frenetic energy type of players that we always get from Big Brother Canada at this point. So, yeah, amazing. Well, guys, that is my tier list ranking of every Big Brother final juror. I got 2 at the bottom of the barrel tier, with Christmas being the worst, and Douglas Pitcher McCrae. I'm actually going to put Spencer here, because I did not realize it's mistake till now, so Spencer and Christmas on the bottom of the barrel tier, with Sydney being the bad tier, Celebrity Brother 3. Jamie from BB1, Nicole Franzo from BB22 All-Stars, and Turner from BB24 on the med tier, Sheila, Lolo, and Kira in the mixed bag tier, Victoria being the only one being the solid and decent tier, Monica from BB2, Isa from BB23, Robert from BB4, James from BB18, and Derek from BB Canada 6 in the good tier, Ashley from BB Canada 3 in Tara from BB 9, Chrissy from BB Over the Top, Zach from BB 8, Danielle from BB 14, Diane from BB 5, Vanessa from BB 17, all in the great tier, Adam from BB 13, Jared from BB 10, Adriana from Celebrity Brother 1, JC from BB 20, Betty from BB Can 10, Tim from BB Can 4, and amazing tier. And I have 8 down in the upper echelon of the final juror tier, with Nicole Anthony from BB21, Netta from Big Brother Canada 2, Jason from Big Brother 3, Demetrius from BB Can 5, Emmett from BB Can 1, Enzo from BB 12, Kevin from BB 11, and of course the top true queen is Janelle, which obviously But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this ranking. Again, let me know your final drawers down below. And next week, again, I'll have a ranking for the 4 places as well. So stay tuned for that. I am Sarah Wonderwolf, Sarah Wolf Productions. I will see you next time. As always, stay cool, everybody. Peace.